What's up, everybody? My name is Justin Dalton. This is Nathan Nerio. What we're going to do here is this is a vlogcast type situation, podcast type setting. We're going to sit here and we're going to talk about topics like sports, video games, entertainment like music, movies, stuff like that. So first thing we're going to do is we're going to have Nathan here explain to you what our idea is with this whole scenario and what we want to see happen with the YouTube channel and what we hope for you guys to enjoy. So take it away.
All right. Well, hi guys. We're basically just doing this video just to do these topics that we have right now, and basically also to for you guys to get information from specific things such as movies, games, just basically random topics around the world. And also, we're just me and him. We're just doing this for basically just a hobby for things that we could do, and if this were to grow into something bigger, then that would be great. But no matter how many views that we get, no matter how many people that watch us, we're gonna keep making videos. We're gonna keep doing this, and I hope you guys like our first video.
Yeah, basically have fun.
Yep,
yeah.
That's all we're gonna do.
All right, so first off, we're gonna go into something that's pretty big right now. Probably the biggest thing in pop culture right now. You agree?
Yep.
All right, we're gonna talk about the PlayStation 4 versus the Xbox One right now. Things we're gonna talk about is like the launch lineups, how we feel about the consoles, what we think the future has in store for the two consoles.
Yep.
So I think we're gonna start off with the controllers. How about the controllers?
Controllers. Well, let's just say from the standpoint of the PlayStation 3 controller going to the PlayStation 4 controller, just adding, and just in my opinion, the screen where you can do the touchscreen.
Right.
That's pretty. To me, that's pretty a good jump from the controller from what we have from the PlayStation 3, and the Xbox controller that I think it's to me it's
minor upgrades.
Minor upgrades.
Yeah. I mean, from my standpoint on the Xbox controller, it was an already good controller.
Yeah.
Pretty great controller already. It already felt good in your hands.
Yeah.
The only downside is the D-pad. The D-pad wasn't good at all. It was on that disc. It didn't really ever. You would click and it didn't click right.
But I like how they added the. You said that since you're getting your Xbox day one,
right?
How they're adding that what you call it, the Chrome?
Yeah, I'm getting the day one edition.
Yeah.
And on the day one edition controller, it says day one 2013 on it between the D-pad and the right stick, and then on my D-pad, since I'm getting the day one edition, it's actually chrome, it's chrome colored.
Yeah.
So, and it's not on that disc anymore. For any of y'all who actually have the 360 controller, it sits on that little disc, and it's annoying sometimes when you're playing like fighter games or some sports games actually use it, or Call of Duty uses it too when you want to use your attachments and your equipment. So this control, I haven't felt it yet personally. After I get it tonight, I'm going to hopefully on this channel do a comparison video between the 360 controller and the Xbox One controller.
Yeah.
And what I like and dislike about the controller. For me, on the PlayStation, the 3 to the 4, I didn't like the 3 at all.
Yeah.
It was flimsy. It felt flimsy on my hands. It honestly felt like I could break it whenever I used it.
Yeah, it was light.
It was. I mean, I didn't. The weight didn't feel bad to me. It felt cheap, I guess, in a way.
Okay.
It felt a little cheap. And I never really liked the
analog?
The sticks. The sticks
Yeah.
being on the same plane, I guess, in a way.
Yeah.
But I've always liked the buttons. I've always liked the D-pad. They're actually their own individual buttons. I like that.
Okay.
I mean, I like that all the way back when I had my PlayStation 2. But yeah, it's gonna be interesting. I mean, hopefully tonight that we get our hands on with the PS4 controller. I don't know if you've held it yet or not, but I haven't. I'm looking forward to see if I can get my hands on with it.
Yeah, I only held it just once.
Right. And like I said, I'm getting my Xbox One tonight, so I'm gonna be able to get hands on with that guaranteed tonight, no matter what. So next, I think we'll look at the launch lineups.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
Launch lineups we have on the Xbox One side. We obviously, I'm gonna do only the first party games. There's no reason to do the multi-platform games. We all know the multi-platform games with 2K, Assassin's Creed, Battlefield, Call of Duty, games like those. We're not gonna talk about those. We're gonna talk about the exclusives and just the exclusives on their own. The reviews. Neither of us have played the exclusive titles, so neither of us have a bias to either one. We're just gonna sit here. We're gonna talk about how we think the exclusive titles are gonna be. So I think we'll start with the Xbox on this one.
Okay.
We have Dead Rising 3, third-person action zombie game.
Yeah.
We have Forza 5. Obviously we all know that's a simulated driving game.
Mm-hmm.
And then we have Rise, Son of Rome.
Yeah.
That's also another third-person action-adventure game. Story-driven, obviously, and it has a multiplayer component in it.
Yeah.
So what do you want to start with?
I think we should just start with Rise.
Rise?
Yeah.
Alright. So Rise, it's set in Rome, ancient Rome, at the height, basically the height of it, of the Roman Empire. And you play as Marius, right now I can't, the last name is escaping me, but his first name is Marius. And he starts off as a pretty high ranking in the Roman Empire.
Okay.
He's a century guard, or centurion, and they're pretty high up in the rankings. It looks really good, looks really gory. Like you're cutting limbs off, you're cutting into people, you're stabbing people in the back of the neck. Brutal kills, brutal game, lots of blood. But ultimately, it looks really beautiful. It's from Crytek, people who make Crysis. You play Crysis.
Yeah.
I play Crysis. Crysis is a beautiful game. Really beautiful jungles, and they bring that into Rise. They put you in the jungles sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
But then you're in a big metropolis. Rome was a very big metropolis. And it's a beautiful game. Beautiful game. Right up there, I'd almost say right up there with Forza. Forza's a beautiful game as well. You've seen Forza hands-on before. Right there with Killzone. Killzone's another good game, good-looking game too on the PlayStation side. So I would definitely put that up as good. It pushes the tech in the next one. We want, you want to see good graphical games like that.
Yeah.
And I really think this is going to push it. I'm not getting it day one. I'm hoping to get it for Christmas, around Christmas time. It's a shorter game. It's like 7-8 hours, somewhere around there. So it's a shorter Call of Duty type length game. Looking forward to it. It's not reviewing quite well. It got like a 6.8 on IGN. Kotaku said yes to play it, but Kotaku.
Yeah. Do you think this would be a competition for the God of War and PlayStation?
Possibly. It's set in the almost identical time period. You have Greek time compared to Roman time. There's a couple hundred years there on that one, but with God of War was more superpowered, supernatural way of it. Where Rise is more human based, more realistic, I guess is the way to put it. More what us humans are, and there's a slight upgrade system in it. So interesting to see how it goes. I want to see how everyone else in the world, not just reviewers, how just normal consumers take to liking it.
Yeah.
So it'll be interesting to see how everyone takes it, because it was just no one really liked it when it came out. I was one of the few that actually liked what they were doing with it. It looked really good. It looked beautiful. It's looked beautiful ever since I saw it at E3, and be interesting to see how it goes from there.
Yeah. If we got a chance, to
Now there is a demo, so I'm hoping I can get the demo on the X1 and I give it a shot on there.
Yeah.
And maybe I can do a video about that later. Maybe I can tell you guys how I feel about the demo before I actually get the full game. So maybe we can get on that.
Yeah, because I wanted to say do a gameplay review and things like that.
Right. So you want to do Forza next?
Yeah.
You want to lead off on Forza?
Forza for me, the only Forza that I really have played, honestly, in my opinion, is really just the demo of it, because I really haven't owned a Forza, but I have played the Gran Turismo series, from all the way from 3 to 4 to Gran Turismo A-Spec.
Really good comparable game right there.
Yeah.
Because they're right there, both real-time comparisons, I guess. They go for a real-time sim, unlike Need for Speed, where it's more arcadey.
Yeah.
Arcadey feel to it. Forza and Gran Turismo have all shot for that, that peak of performance, actually tuning the cars right, making the cars look as realistic as possible. That's what I think I've always liked about Forza. I kind of picked Forza over Gran Turismo, but I've never really played Gran Turismo, so I don't want to speak for something I didn't play.
Yeah.
It looks good. It always looked good to me. Gran Turismo did. I never owned a console to play it. Well, I did, but I didn't know about it, I guess, is to be fair. I played Forza Horizon. Forza Horizon, beautiful game. Amazing game. Obviously it wasn't made by Churn 10. Churn 10 is making Forza 5.
Mm.
It's a Microsoft studio. It's made by... It's escaping me again. I can't think of who made Horizon, but it's a Microsoft studio game.
Yeah.
It's a Microsoft exclusive, but it was really good. I enjoyed the open worldness, and they're going back to the tracks, to just doing track games with this one, with Forza 5, and looked really good. It does. It looked really good. I believe it got the highest rating of the exclusives for the Xbox with the 8.9, I think is what it got.
Wow.
So it's right up there. It looks really good. It's a driving game.
Yeah.
I mean, if you like driving games, and you're gonna like Forza,
Yeah.
obviously. But if you don't, if you're a Call of Duty first person shooter type guy, then
Then that's not for
that's not for you. Y'all who are watching this, you know that you won't. If you don't want a driving game, then you're not gonna get a driving game.
Yeah.
So we got last one. We got Dead Rising.
Dead Rising.
This is the one. This game here is the one that a lot of people forget about. When they think about the launch lineup, they forget about Dead Rising because, the zombie genre has been worn out, to say the least. To say the least. I mean, but we got a really good game this year from Sony as in The Last of Us, as a zombie game, and that was really good.
Yeah.
So that kind of like, okay, maybe it's not dead if they can do it right. So the little bit I've seen, I haven't seen that much of it. I mean, I've seen a little bit. I've seen IGN talk about it. I've seen other gaming websites talk about it, and people like it. I mean, it's a launch game. I mean, obviously, launch games aren't the best.
Yeah.
We all know that. We've all been a part of launch before. But this one looks okay. I mean, it looks better than the first two. I mean, it's a really good co-op game. I mean, you can play the full game co-op with two separate characters. You're not XP farming for your own character.
Yeah.
You're just sitting there. You're playing the same story with two different characters. Completely, you're gonna do your own skill trees, whatever you want with it. It's goofy. It's a weird game.
It is goofy because I have played the PC version of it, and honestly, in my view of it, when I was playing online with other people online, it was just, to me, it was goofy.
It's goofy, yeah. I mean, you're building guns and weapons. You're building a sledgehammer with a chainsaw on the end of it.
Yeah.
I mean, but that's what makes it fun.
It's a fun how can I say, like a party game.
Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely. If you have a friend over and you just wanted to play co-op real fast, when if you don't have a sports game or whatever to play co-op with, Dead Rising is definitely a good game to pick up for that. Goofy. I mean, the costumes you can wear is way out left field. I mean, definitely way out
The game
left
looks
field.
beautiful as well too.
Yeah, it does. I mean, they're fitting thousands of zombies on screen at one time. So I mean, it's running 720p, 60 frames per second. So that's really good.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously it's not 1080. A lot of developers aren't able to push the 1080 on the X1 quite yet, but they're gonna get there, and the games are gonna look a whole lot better. And honestly, this console cycle that we're about to get into, it's gonna be a lot better, and it's already looking amazing. I mean, games like Rise already look amazing. Forza already looks amazing. So I can't imagine what we're gonna be looking at 5, 6, 10 years down the road with these consoles.
The game is gonna come out of the screen.
It's gonna be weird. It's gonna be mind blowing, honestly. So Sony. The thing with Sony is, I mean, obviously this video is coming up, and we've already been a week removed from their launch.
Yeah.
So we know a little bit more about what Sony has done compared to what we're about to go through with the Xbox. Sony pulled one of their big launch titles about a month before launch.
Yeah.
They pulled Drive Club. That was their driving game that was going to go head to head with Forza. They pulled it for reasons unknown, or if there is a reason, I didn't click into it and research it. But they had Knack and they had Killzone.
Mm-hmm.
And then obviously they had all the indie titles. I'm not going to go into all the indie titles. We're not going to go into all the indie titles. I mean, there's a lot. I mean, if you have PlayStation Plus, you're going to be able to get a lot of the indie titles. Contrast was one. Flower. More games I can't think of them all. There was a lot of them out there. But we're just going to tackle the two main launch titles.
Yeah.
Knack and Killzone. Then we should address that Knack didn't do so well.
No.
I mean, obviously there's people who are going to like it. It's a platforming game. It's like Mario. Very similar to Mario. It didn't review well, but honestly, if you're a consumer, you're going to want to try it.
Yeah.
I mean, I haven't got hands-on with it. I watched a lot of Twitch streams of it. I watched people talk about it and everything. So, there's a lot of people who do like it. I mean, it got like a 6 point something, which is good. It's okay, actually. On IGN scale, it's okay. Let me tackle this. I'm an IGN supporter. I like IGN a lot. So I'm gonna pull a lot of my references from IGN.
Okay.
So, anyway, IGN, rated it an okay. I mean, obviously, if you're not gonna play okay games, then you're not playing a lot of games out there.
Yeah.
So, that's the big thing. I mean, you got to play okay games. I mean, come on, we're all gonna play okay games. We all play sports games. Those are good to okay. So, that's just how it goes. So, but Knack, if I owned a PlayStation, I would try to rent it. Honestly, I would try to rent it. GameFly, Blockbuster's going out, so you can't do Blockbuster anymore. But I would try to rent it. Try to get hands on with it at least.
Yeah. Well, my friend in class, he told me that he played this, and he said it was a very. I asked him how long it took him, take him to beat the game, and it wasn't very long. He said it was very short.
Right. Yeah, I mean, it. The thing is, NAC. We all know about launch lineups. Launch lineups are weak. I mean, there's a lot of companies who aren't going to want to support you at launch.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that's just how it is. We don't, you get the tech into them late, and they don't get to get hands-on with the tech in time to really push a game for launch. So usually, launch window is what you want to get into. So that's why you see a lot of games like, like Titanfall or, games like Infamous that are going to come, early next year. So that's something that, we look forward to as early adopters. I'm an early adopter with the Xbox One, so that's what I'm looking forward to the most. Not the titles, but the window. That's what I'm looking forward to the most. But see, with going back to NAC, it's a launch title game, so you take it with a grain of salt.
Mm-hmm.
You take it with. I mean, if you like those kind of games, it's a button mashing game.
I mean, if you're a button masher, then
if you're a button masher, then go with the button mashing game. So it's a one attack game. From the little I know about it, it's you're made of relics. The character is, and it's a left field type of game. I mean, it's weird. It's right there with Dead Rising. It's their weird game. Yeah. It's a tech demo. It's kind of like Rise, how it's their tech demo for their console. So I would say for me, I would try it if I had a PS4. I would try it out. I would want to try it before I would give an opinion. I guess in a way.
Yeah.
So that's I guess that's how I feel more about it.
Yeah.
I would want to try it. Definitely. I mean, for y'all out there who have a PS4, whenever you watch this video, if you have a PS4, I would say go try it. Obviously people are gonna say it's a weak title, but give it a shot. I mean, it's always worth it to play the game.
Yeah.
Don't listen to what other people say. I mean, we're just giving you
feedback of what we're giving,
right?
And then
of what we've seen.
Yeah. And if you guys have played it and you guys do like it,
definitely send us a comment. Yeah, throw down in the comments below. Let us know what you think of all these launch titles.
Yeah.
Not just NAC, but every launch title. Obviously I'm gonna post some videos about what I got at launch. So I'm not gonna tell you guys what I had at launch. I'm gonna surprise you with videos. How about that? I'll surprise them with videos.
There you go.
And we'll see how that goes with my launch titles. But next we got Killzone.
Honestly, I have the whole Killzone collection for the PlayStation 3, and I don't like that series at all.
You don't like it?
No.
See, I've never played a Killzone game, but I'm not a big first person shooter.
See, if you play Call of Duty and then you compare it to that,
right?
It's just a whole. It just looks so unrealistic.
Right.
I mean, yeah, it's not.
It's aliens and everything. Yeah, right.
But it just looks so. It's stiff. That's right. What it is.
It's a Twitch shooter.
Yeah.
It's like Call of Duty. It's a Twitch shooter. Just like Battlefield, I guess in a way, it's their Twitch. I mean, you snap to, you melee, you do your basic stuff with it.
But there's some people that do like the story behind it.
Oh, definitely. From what I've seen, I saw a lot of Twitch streams and I saw IGN gameplay videos for it. It looked okay. Mm-hmm. Honestly, I mean, it's a first-person shooter. If you like first-person shooters, then go for it. Definitely go for it. It's a beautiful game. They amped it up a lot from 3 to this one, to Shadowfall.
Okay.
It looks a lot better. They actually added color palettes too, so it's not very gray and dark anymore. It's more vibrant.
It was really, really dark.
Yeah, it was a darker game, but it was also in a war setting. And this game's not really in a war setting.
Okay.
It's more of it's a resistance group trying to push between, I guess in a way. It's a good way to explain it. And you're on one side and you're trying to push again. I don't know the story elements. I don't even want to try to pretend I know the story elements. But you're a soldier.
Yeah.
And so that's just, I guess in a way that, I mean, if you're a shooting fan, and you have the PS4, definitely go try it.
Try it.
It's their big launch title game. Besides all the indie titles, they were pushing the indie titles at E3 at Gamescom. They're pushing the indie titles. Obviously, if you have PlayStation Plus and you have a PS4, go get those indie titles. Definitely go get those indie titles. But at launch, I would say if you had to get one game at launch and you're a PS4 gamer and you want to go exclusive only, I would say go get Killzone.
Yeah.
Just but then again, it comes down to what genre you like. Ultimately, it comes down to what genre.
Sports, you like action and adventure,
right? I mean, because you got titles from 2K to Assassin's Creed to driving games like Forza to shooting games like Call of Duty, Battlefield, and Killzone. So a plethora of games out there that you can choose from here. So
So I got demos though.
Yeah, you got demos. So I mean, obviously, if you have a PS4 or an Xbox One, go get as many demos as you can. I know I'm gonna get the Connect Sports Rivals demo.
Yeah.
If they're calling it the preseason, and they're gonna give you like a new game every month until they launch the game, a new sport event in the game. So I'm definitely gonna get that. It's gonna let me try out my Connect. Obviously, it's gonna give me something to try Connect with. I'm gonna try and see if there's a fighter within demo.
Okay.
I mean, that didn't look too extreme of a fighting game, but obviously that's gonna be something interesting. Killer Instinct, another exclusive.
It's a classic.
Another one that I actually forgot about
Yeah.
on the Xbox exclusive list, but it's interesting. I've never been a fighting game type person, but I don't know. I might try it. I mean, I'll get the demo for it. The demo, you get 2 free characters to play with at first,
Okay.
and then I think it's $20, and then you get like 6 characters, and then you get 6 more in like 4 months.
Okay.
And then they have a season 2 that brings back the first game, the full roster, and a story mode.
Okay.
So if it does really well at the beginning, season 2 comes out, season 2 does good, we might get more Killer Instinct games in the future, which would be good because I mean, there's a lot of people who were calling for Killer Instinct.
Whoever played the classic Killer Instinct, I want to hear like views and comments about what things you like about the new one, and what things do you
I mean, obviously, the lack of characters at the beginning is
Yeah.
going to be a lot of people's downfall onto it. Not going to want to get it because it's not going to be, and there's no story mode. So there's no story mode at the beginning.
Okay.
But the story mode is coming. They did say it is coming with more characters. So that's good to know that there's more characters coming. So don't let it, just because you get like 6 or 8 characters, don't let that discourage you from getting it.
Just wait it out.
Yeah, just wait it out. If you're a fighting game person, go get this game. Wait for it. I mean, it's $20. I do believe at launch, and then you get that, and more's coming. More's coming. Wait it out, and I think you will enjoy it. It did really well with reviewing. A lot of people enjoyed this game. I mean, like you said, the classic version, you enjoyed it.
Mm-hmm.
So definitely go try it out. Let me know how it is, because there's a training mode in that teaches you how to play fighting games. So if you guys really enjoy it, then I might think about going and getting it down the road to try it out.
Yeah.
So definitely. So I think that wraps up the
video game.
the video game topic.
Yep.
You want to move on to the next one?
All right, let's do it.
You want to leave that off? You want me to go for it?
You can lead it on.
You want me to go?
Yeah.
All right. Next topic we're going to go to is entertainment. A very broad subject, I guess, in a way that you can go. In this, for just this episode that we're going to try out, we're going to talk about movies,
Mm-hmm.
music, and TV.
Okay.
I think we should just go with. We can jump right into it. We can go with music.
Music.
Me and you both are very big into music.
Yeah.
Me, I'm a rounded off person with music. I
Yeah.
can listen to a little bit of everything. I can go from country, rock, softer music. I can go to rap. I predominantly listen to rap just like you do.
Yeah.
We're both big rap supporters.
But we can listen to other genres as well.
Right. We'll start this off. What's been playing most on your phone, on your iPod right now?
Honestly, I know this might cause a lot of comments about this, but the new Eminem album,
Definitely.
and I would like to hear views about what do you guys think about his new album comparing
Right.
it to his first one, his first LP,
Right. Definitely.
and for my view from listening to this, he still got it,
Oh, definitely.
he still got
I
it.
mean, I'm a big supporter.
Yeah.
Big Eminem fan. That's how I got into listening to rap, actually. We'll say that story for a little bit of a later date, I guess.
Yeah.
How we got into listening to rap. But that's how I got into rap, and I've kind of stuck with him.
Mhm.
And I've enjoyed the stories he's told us through his music. And I definitely think that this is right up there with his greatest music of all time. Really enjoying the LP.
Mhm.
It hasn't stopped since I've got it. It honestly hasn't stopped. If I have my headphones on, it's
playing,
it's
yeah.
the LP too. No matter what, hands down, that's what I'm listening to right now. It's starting. You're starting to get to that point where you're skipping to the songs you want to listen to.
Yeah.
So it's getting to that point. I can already tell that it's about time to put it into a playlist and start mixing it with other music. It's time to start going back and getting back into the swing of things and listen to other music.
Yeah.
Especially with the B.O.B. album coming soon. And another one that we also listened to, Moses Stone, came out today and said that he's looking for a February, March time for his EP. So I'm looking forward to that. If you don't know who Moses Stone is, definitely go check him out. Resilient Nation, stand up. Here we go. Yeah, definitely. Moses Stone is where it's at for up and coming underground music.
Yeah.
Eminem is where we're at right now. Big. You know, you're a Kendrick person.
Yeah.
The Kendrick song. What was your thoughts on the Kendrick song?
To me, it was surprising because like at first I was like, they're gonna find they're gonna kill this beat. They're gonna have a hard ass beat. But when I first listened to it, I was kind of surprised, but then kind of was like, I kind of knew that they were kind of going to do this because it was to surprise to listeners as well, and
right.
It just showed that no matter what type of beat they have, no matter what type of scene that they have, that they can rap over it, and
right.
no matter and things like that.
Definitely, because they're two of the bigger names in the rap industry right now.
Yeah.
So it was kind of when I saw the track list come out. I think the track list came out like 2 or 3 weeks before the album came out, and when I saw it, I'm like, I was blown away that he actually put someone of that caliber. Because usually Eminem is one of those people that put a lot of the unknown people onto his album and try to get him out there, kind of like how he did Skylar Grey.
Yeah.
How he put Skylar Grey out there, Yellow Wolf. He did that with Yellow Wolf and Royce da 5'9" and Slaughterhouse. So I was blown away that he put someone of a marquee talent like Kendrick on there. And I'm very vocal about Kendrick. I'm not a big Kendrick fan.
Yeah.
But when I hear something and Kendrick's on it and I like it, I tell people about it. Like I like the T.I. song that he did with T.I. Memories Back Then, right? It's what I do believe what it's called, right?
Yeah, that one with B.O.B.
Yeah, one with B.O.B. Definitely a good song. I enjoyed that one. Swimming Pools was okay.
Okay.
That went mainstream. A lot of people liked it. It was okay. I don't know what it is about Kendrick I really don't like. I don't like his sound, I guess, in a way.
And that's a good, reason to not like him because there's,
Right.
There's some people that if you don't like the way he sounds, then you can't listen to him.
Definitely. I'm not going to put music on my phone that I don't like.
Yeah.
That's kind of idiotic, I guess, in a way. So, but if I hear something I do like, I get it. Like, I listen to it and I enjoy it. So when I heard the song, when I heard the album, I didn't go straight to it. I knew a lot of people would. They would go straight to that song just because of Kendrick.
Kendrick Lamar, yeah.
Right. So I listened to it, and when it came up, I was surprised by the beat. It was this 80s tone to it, fun. It was a fun environment, fun song, and that's not what you expect from him. You don't expect these like fun, upbeat.
It's all serious.
All serious.
Yeah.
Usually talking about his past, what he's going through. And when he did the song, it was fun. You could tell that they were having fun with the music, and that was good to see, especially from someone I don't like Kendrick that much, and almost made me want to feel like I want to go try and experiment with Kendrick, listen to more Kendrick, see if I can find anything else that I like from him. So, but other than that, it's been Eminem nonstop.
Yeah.
And it's been that way for about a month now, I think, for me. So, but I can definitely tell it's coming to not to an end, but time to start mixing in stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely time to start mixing in some stuff. His older music definitely start comparing it to his older music. I think it's something that we're gonna get to soon. But as of right now, I think I got Eminem for another about half a week before I start throwing into a playlist.
We got the new Underground Luxury coming up.
Definitely.
So
I'm anticipating that December 17th. B.O.B. We're big B.O.B. ATL fans over here.
Yeah.
T.I.
Hustle Gang
stand up
Yeah.
on that. Definitely anticipating that album. With Moses Stone, we shouted out Moses Stone. We're gonna throw that Twitter in the link for Moses Stone.
Yeah.
Definitely. Go give him a follow. Go check him out on YouTube. Resilient, I do believe he has on sale on his website for like $8 or something like that.
It's $8.
Yeah, $8. Really good album. He mixes it up. He does singing to the rap and comes back to singing softer, some hard music on there.
I think is that the hard copy? Because I think you could get that on DatPiff.
I do believe on DatPiff you can go get.
I guess you're just paying $8 for the hard copy.
The hard copy, yes. He has a few things on iTunes. If you want to go, if you're an iTunes user, he does have a few things on iTunes. So go check him out. I definitely highly recommend him. When I first heard him, it almost sounded like Kanye.
Yeah.
He almost had this Kanye feel to him. So if you like Kanye type style, not the Yeezus. I'm talking back like Stronger,
Heartless,
Gold Digger,
yeah.
type stuff like that. So definitely go check him out. Who else? Who else you got? That's just been it. Eminem, B.O.B.
I mean, right now in the rag band, those are the only two people that are right now heading up in the picture right now. But I don't like the comparison whenever they do either like the Kendrick versus Eminem type thing.
Right.
It's just like it's basically how like people compare Tupac and Eminem. It's
right.
Just, yeah, they're both in the same industry as well, but they both completely rap differently.
Differently, right?
Yes, they're both
and it's two different time periods.
Yeah.
So Eminem's way he raps is different than Tupac.
Yeah.
I mean, they're both lyricists. Lyricists? How you say it?
Yeah.
They're both MCs. They both have a thing for mixing their own music, doing their own beat. So Eminem's saying that he raps about his things, that his personal life. He gives his fans, I guess, a window into what he's going through. Where Tupac was more rapping about what was going on in pop culture, what was going on in the world at the time. They had the East Coast versus the West Coast thing going on. With Biggie.
Yeah.
I wasn't in the rap game at the time, so I wasn't into it. I mean, you had a brief glimpse of it. I guess in a way that's kind of when you start listening to it. But yeah, I don't like comparing them. I like to say, I mean, Eminem is my favorite rapper.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong. I love Eminem. Plain and simple. But I enjoy other type of music. I enjoy other rap.
Of course. Yeah.
So.
And we left out the upcoming Lupe album. We forgot about that.
Lupe, definitely Lupe. I'll definitely try it. I'll give it a shot. If it's anything like Lasers, definitely gonna enjoy it. Old School Love wasn't
kind of his
style. It was softer.
It's a single.
It was a single. Usually lead singles isn't what you want. It's not what the album has. If you look at the MMLP too, it was Berserk. No, it was Berserk.
Berserk. Yeah.
Berserk was the lead single, and none of the other songs really sounded like Berserk. If you think back at it, there's maybe a few, but you had songs like Rap God that had nothing else sounded like Rap God on the album. The Monster obviously was made for the radio. But I liked it. I liked every single that came out for the LP too.
Yeah.
I mean, it was definitely really good. I mean, it was a good all around album.
Mm-hmm.
So back to Lupe. I mean, if the Lupe it'll get better because obviously he's gonna have the hardcore rap songs on there. He always does.
Yeah.
So, I've been vocal about that. How I didn't like Food and Liquor too.
Mm-hmm.
So, if he goes back to what he did Lasers, with the more techno beats that he did with it, I think I would enjoy it more. I mean, don't get me wrong.
It was more upbeat.
Right, more upbeat, more energetic. So it's more fun to listen to. Where he went more to the serious tone with Food and Liquor too.
Yeah.
Address more of the events that's going on in real life. So, I mean, don't get me wrong, I liked a few songs on there, a few in there, but not to the quality that I did with Lasers. So, but I think that wraps up music.
Yep, that's all all we have to say about music. And like I said, if you guys have any comments about any rappers that we mentioned,
or if you guys know of underground music that we don't know about, definitely throw that in there. Don't give us some YouTube links. Movies.
Yeah.
Movies. Most recent movie I saw was Thor, the new Thor movie.
I haven't seen that. I've seen the first one. I haven't seen the second one.
I think that this one is better than the first one.
And it's true that after movies finish, there's a
definitely. Marvel has this thing. Marvel has their thing that they do a credit scene.
Yeah.
For every movie, from all the way from Iron Man 1 to the Avengers and now into Thor: The Dark World, they did. They have something that leads, not to spoil anything. I'm not gonna tell you what happened in it, but it leads into the Guardians of the Galaxy movie that they're gonna put out in, I think it's 2015. I think it's when the Guardians of the Galaxy it might be 2014. It's one of those 2 years. Leads into that. Kind of gives us some insight into that. But Thor: Dark World was really good. The enemy was really good. Unlike in the first one where you just find that robot. No, it was just a robot. Obviously, I'm not a comic book person, so I don't know the whole backstory behind the enemy. But really, this new enemy that they had in this one was really good. He kept coming back. That's what you want in a villain.
Yeah.
You want to keep coming back. Giving him a threat. So, it also helps when they get Natalie Portman in there. Woman Crush Wednesday. So definitely really good with that.
I want to hear their opinions about them.
Yeah, definitely. If you've seen Thor, it's been out for 2 or 3 weeks now. So a lot of people have seen it. So I definitely want to hear what you guys have to think about that. Opening this week,
Catching Fire.
I've read all 3 books. You've read all 3 books.
Mm-hmm.
Really good book series. Hunger Games. The first movie.
It kind of left some things.
It left things out, and it didn't do things quite what I thought.
But that's
So-
how most movies are with books like Harry Potter.
Yeah, definitely. Like, you know, obviously people are going to compare it to like Twilight and Harry Potter. I've never
Yeah.
seen any of the Twilight movies, so I'm not even going to talk about the Twilight
Me
movies.
neither.
I've seen Harry Potter. I'm a big Harry Potter fan.
Okay.
You know, obviously, I mean, when you have books like that, especially when it got big,
Mhm.
it just caught like wildfire. Not to not to segue into it, but
Yeah.
it caught like wildfire back a couple years ago, and it just spread. It just spread, and you know, I started reading it and I enjoyed it. I still remember the part where it caught me, like in the first movie, the first book. Yeah, I remember the exact part, and I didn't want to stop. I just wanted to keep going. So I'm hoping with Catching Fire, they do things a little bit better, especially with the lead actress. I can't remember her name right now. She's been in the X-Men movie.
Yeah. X-Men.
The X-Men, the First Class movie. She was in that, and I think she has a little bit more confidence now. So I'm hoping. I'm not seeing it this weekend. Plan on seeing it next week.
Okay.
So when I see it, I'll definitely see if I can put a video up about it with my my impressions of it. So I'm looking forward to that, and then definitely looking forward to Mockingjay, because there's lots of that goes on in Mockingjay. You know,
Oh yeah.
definitely a lot, and I want to see what people think about Mockingjay, because you know there's people out there who don't read the books, and they just wait on the movies. So I definitely, because what happens in Mockingjay, if you guys haven't read the book, go read the book, because there's things that the movies can't touch on, because there's just not enough time. Like obviously, if you're gonna have a 6-hour movie, no one's gonna want to sit there for 6 hours. So definitely go read the book. The book's really good. I mean, if you don't like reading, maybe go get the audiobook.
Yeah.
Go get the audiobook. Definitely, if you can, go either listen or read this book, because they're really good. It's a really good series. I enjoyed it. You enjoyed it.
And
Definitely looking forward to what they do with this. And then another one that's been a hot topic right now is Jackass's Bad Grandpa.
Bad Grandpa. Yeah.
Have you seen it?
I haven't seen it, but I want to see it.
Yeah,
I've
I mean,
seen
I
things
would-
about it.
I would see it just because it looks funny.
Yeah.
But then you know, I want to take an opposite view into this.
Mhm.
Kind of like a devil's advocate view into it. People who don't kind of like these type of movies, you know.
Yeah.
It's in a realistic environment. People don't know what's going on per se. I mean, they
Yeah.
say that the people that are involved don't know what's going on. So we'll take the view of them filming it. I mean, if these people don't know what's going on, how do you feel about that? How would you feel if you were in that situation? You know, people coming in, it's a funeral. You know, that's what happens at the funeral. You know, they mess with the casket and stuff like that.
So really, the people that are in that movie don't know.
That's what they're saying. Do you believe that? Or is it staged?
In some scenes, yes. In the funeral and that type of scene, I don't think, to me it'd be staged. But
Right.
if this, that's Jackass for you.
Definitely like
So,
Jackass.
you
I mean,
know.
Jackass. I mean, everyone's seen Jackass.
Yeah.
So, take it how you feel about those kind of things. I mean, it touches on some nerves with people. You know, I know people out there who don't like these kind of movies, don't want to watch these kind of movies. Just
But
'cause
if you don't like it, then don't watch it.
definitely. I mean, if it's not your kind of genre, don't watch it. I want to watch it because it looks funny.
Yeah.
I mean, it's gonna be a stupid movie. There's not gonna be any story behind it, but I want to see just because it looks funny. Kind of like Step Brothers.
Yeah.
So movies like that. So, last topic we have in entertainment is TV. You watch The Walking Dead.
Yes, and how come you don't watch The Walking Dead?
The reason I don't watch The Walking Dead is because at this time and point, I don't have AMC.
Okay.
You know, and then people start telling me you can stream, you know, you can download it, stuff like that. I don't want to do that. I want to do it properly.
Mhm.
I want to give them a view for a view. Like if AMC has a streaming, I just don't have time. Number one right now.
Yeah.
On top of that, but I do watch 2 other TV shows right now. This year, I'm keeping up with these 2 TV shows, and I want to because they're really good. I've been watching Marvel's Avengers, Shield.
Mhm.
That's been a really good show. If you haven't watched it, definitely go watch it. It's on ABC.com. You can stream that. Really good show. And I've been watching The Blacklist. I don't know if you watched The Blacklist.
No.
Blacklist is really good. I don't want to spoil it,
Mhm.
but it's this guy he's been a career criminal, and he left his family like when he was young, like mid-30s. He left his family, left the U.S. and started just this life of crime, and selling U.S. secrets, stuff like that. And he comes to the FBI building, and turns himself in, but instead of admitting to his crimes,
Mhm.
he helps the FBI find terrorists. And that's what he calls the blacklist. He has this list of names and helping the FBI find these people one by one.
Okay.
So really good plot twist in there so far. You know, we're coming to the halfway point of the season. You know, Christmas time, you know, that's usually when they cut it for the year. before they picked it up in the spring again. But really good TV shows there. Have you
So-
been keeping up with The Walking Dead this year?
I've been keeping up with The Walking Dead, and also whoever has been keeping up with Breaking Bad. It's the finale.
Oh, it's already happened.
Yeah, it's already happening.
Already happened.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So-
that was. I don't watch Breaking Bad either. I want to. I definitely do. One of our good friends, Darren, he watches it, and he kept me like wanting to do it, and I just never got around to doing it.
Yeah.
Sounds really good. What was it? 5 seasons? 5, 6 seasons of it. So
Yeah.
I want to sit down one year or one time and just watch it all.
Half,
Kind of like how I did with Game of Thrones.
half of the season is on Netflix.
Yeah. So
So-
once I get a hold of a Netflix account, I definitely will, and I think Walking Dead's on Netflix.
Yes, it is.
So I think once I get Netflix, those are gonna be 2 binge shows that I watch and just watch it. Maybe during the summertime.
Yeah.
Yeah. I definitely want to get into those. Those look really good.
Walking Dead fans, I would want to talk about it, but I don't want to spoil it for you.
Yeah, I mean, what are they?
Yeah.
They're a couple seasons into it, so there's
Yeah.
a lot going on. I don't want you to spoil it for me.
Yeah.
You don't want to spoil it for people who haven't seen it.
Yeah.
So definitely. But if you have seen it, don't spoil it in the comment section.
Yeah.
If you want to, I think there's a way that you can email him into YouTube. I think there's a messaging system.
Yes, there is.
So you can message him if you want to talk to him. He can give you Twitter handle or whatever, email. If you want to chat with him about that. Game of Thrones fans, you can message me.
Mhm.
I'm a big Game of Thrones fan. Just got my mom to watch, just binge watch it. She just watched it all in one weekend, like all 3 seasons. Enjoyed it, loved it,
Wow.
and it's really good. I mean, Game of Thrones fans waiting for season 4 spring of 2014. Really good. Looking forward to that. So I think that's wrapping up for the entertainment
Wrapping up
section.
for the entertainment section. Yep.
Our final one, we're gonna go on. This is
Ooh, this is a really.
this is our big one.
touchy-
This is our big one.
Yeah.
We're gonna talk about sports here. We're gonna talk about from basketball, just the 2 big ones right now. The
Yeah.
2 big ones that are going on right now is basketball and football.
Football. Yeah.
Let's talk on football because football's about halfway through right now. I'm a big college football person. You know this.
Yeah.
I'm a big college football person. I'm a Texas A&M supporter. I like other schools like LSU, Oregon, Boise State. Like those schools. Big Johnny Manziel supporter. Love Johnny. Johnny F in football. Yeah, big Johnny fan. Season didn't quite go the way that we expected.
Mhm.
We have 2 losses on our schedule. We got a big LSU matchup this week. Looking forward to that. I'm going to the game. So looking forward to that game.
So whoever's going to the game, you're gonna see him there.
Yeah, look for me. I'll be in that. I'll be the one wearing that maroon and white. Other than that, football wise, I mean, we got NFL. I'm a big Texans person.
Yeah.
You know this. I know.
How do you feel about the fans with the QBs and things like that?
Yeah, this is the thing that me and you talk about a lot.
Yeah.
We talk about bandwagon supporters.
Mhm.
I've been a Texan fan since day one. A lot of people know this. My family has had season tickets since day one, and or season 1, I should say, not day 1. But so I've grown up in that stadium since I was 10, 11 years old. I've grown up in that stadium. That's all I knew was the Texans. So I've always been a big Texan person.
Mhm.
I went through the whole David Carr phase. I mean, you remember you grew up in Houston right there with me. We didn't like David Carr.
No.
We didn't like David Carr, to say the least. So now when we're going with, it looked like Schaub was the answer. Schaub was going to take us to the promised land. And then he got injured, then we put Keenum in. I was also a Yates person. I like TJ Yates. TJ Yates is a good, solid quarterback. A lot of people was like, oh yeah, he's just a Schaub Jr. He can't move a lot. But I honestly thought that Yates could do it. I thought Yates had the potential. So I didn't think they probably did give him a fair chance. I mean, it's behind the scenes type stuff that we didn't see.
Yeah.
But I think they made a good decision with going with Keenum. I like Keenum. Good spark. He's got this thing. He's got this swagger, I guess you can say, with him. And he carries himself like a starting quarterback.
Mhm.
So, we're in a 8-game losing streak.
Wow.
Yeah, we're 2-8 right now. We're at the halfway point, a little bit past the halfway point of the season. Not much hope you can put into it.
Yeah.
It is what it is. I mean, my other team, the New Orleans Saints, is doing pretty good. Shout out to Jared Griffin. Big Saints fan.
Mhm.
My boy Jared Taylor, another big Saints fan. Small shout outs there. They're big Saints fans.
Very big Saints fans.
Very vocal Saints fans. Let's just
Yeah.
say that.
Yeah.
They're very vocal. Just about as vocal as I am about the Texans.
Yeah.
I support the Saints in their 2009 Super Bowl run. They've always been my second team. They're my NFC team. So, I mean, I know you're not that big of a football person.
Yeah.
I mean, you follow it as much as you can
Yeah.
to your
Here and
extent.
there. Yeah.
Usually you get your information through Twitter.
Yeah.
So, Yeah, NFL season's been a little bit unpredictable this year, to say the least.
From watching it, yes.
It's been very unpredictable. I mean, it's been like any other year, really. I mean, you never know what's going to come out of it.
It's true.
So, you want to move on to the big one, the thing that just started about a month ago.
Yeah, I mean, we
I'll let you kick it off since this is your sport.
Okay. All right. So basically, first I just want to hear about the first coming up games. First 10 games of the season. I want to
Well, wait. What's the sport?
Well, that's where before you cut me off, I was going to say something.
Oh, okay. My bad.
But for the first 10 seasons of the NBA, and I just want to hear you guys' opinions and how you guys felt about the new lineup for the Nets, and also D Rose coming back.
D Rose, definitely. Big news came out earlier this week. You saw it, right?
Yep.
Kobe. Everyone knows Kobe. Obviously, even if you're not an NBA supporter.
Vino back to practice.
Vino came back to practice, and he held a press conference. He was in a press conference.
Yeah.
He said he's shooting for the end of November,
Mm-hmm.
which would put him back right there at basically the beginning of the season.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, we're only 10 games in.
Yeah.
So Vino coming back, that's gonna be big for the Lakers. Lakers been struggling.
So I want to see how he, people are comparing him from, is he ever gonna be the same Kobe?
Definitely.
Yeah.
I mean, that's a big injury.
Yeah.
Tearing your Achilles, that's a big injury. So I'm right there with you. I want to see. I mean, obviously, ESPN or TBS is definitely gonna show that first game.
Yeah.
I mean, that's Kobe. I mean, you're gonna put Kobe out there. It's one of the biggest things in our generation. So
Mm-hmm.
definitely gonna see him. I think we should throw our teams out there. You want to go grab your snapback for that one, or what do you want to do for that one? I mean, we differ on our teams, and
Yeah.
they just happen to be rivals.
Yeah.
Yeah, coincidence. I don't think on that one, but okay. I'm Pacer Nation.
And I know you guys are gonna say either bandwagon or you guys are gonna say a lot of hate, but I'm a Heat Nation.
But why are you Heat Nation? Explain that.
Okay, explain why I'm Heat Nation. Okay, first of all, people are saying like, okay, well, did you just watch Miami play since LeBron came or since Bosh came? No, because before this, in 2006, when they won their first championship with
Right.
Shaquille O'Neal, and they did have Williams, and they did have Gary Payton as well, and I just felt like that team had a lot of potential, even if they didn't have they had D Wade and things like that. But you got to remember they were playing the year when Kobe and Shaq,
We're playing together.
you were playing together,
Right.
and things like that. So that's one of the teams that in any sport that yes you do have a favorite team, but you follow other teams as well. So yeah, of course I do like the Miami Heat as well, but I do follow other teams. Like
You're a big LeBron supporter.
Yeah.
I mean,
So-
you've been there since high school times with LeBron.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, we kind of went through high school. I mean, we kind of went to school about the same time LeBron was going through school.
Yep.
Almost. He was a little bit ahead of us, a few years. I have nothing bad against LeBron. I mean, his move was justified
Mhm.
when he left Cleveland. I mean, a lot of people leave their first teams.
Yeah.
I mean, Shaq left his first team. Shaq left Orlando to go to LA. Dwight left Orlando. I mean, not by. I mean, that's a whole different spectrum. I mean, I'll go ahead and say Dwight's my favorite player. Dwight Howard is my favorite player. I like him a lot. I don't think his move was justified what he did in Orlando,
Mhm. But we, people that are moving from different teams, people can say comments about it, and people can,
right.
say
But
about it. But we're not in their position.
yeah, I mean,
We
obviously,
don't know.
you're gonna do it. I mean, a lot of them are gonna do it for money. Number
Yeah.
one. I mean, you're gonna go to where the money is. Cleveland wasn't offering him enough money.
Mhm.
Number one. And he saw better potential in Miami.
Mhm.
Obviously, I mean, it's with Bosh and Wade and Chalmers and Haslam and everyone else, but he saw a better potential there.
Yeah.
Now, the way he did it was a little messed up.
Mhm.
He didn't have to go on there and do an hour-long show on ESPN
Okay.
when he could have just filed it to ESPN. Just give him call him up, say I'm leaving Cleveland, I'm gonna go to Miami.
Mhm.
Then you could have left it at that.
Yeah.
A lot of people would have been okay with that, I do believe.
Do you think?
I think so.
Because
I think just because a lot of people got mad at the decision.
yeah.
So I think if you take the decision away, there's still gonna be hate.
Yeah.
I mean, you're going there, you're tagging up with two other all-stars, and you're gonna try and make a title run. But I think it takes a little bit more off of him
Mhm.
when you take the decision out of it.
Yeah.
Just because that was messed up in my opinion. That was completely messed up.
Mhm.
Shouldn't have done it.
Well, I understand, your point of view of why do you have to go on, on TV and things like that. But for me, it's just like, Cleveland fans, I know you guys, maybe you guys are watching this. I don't know, but
It'd be nice if people in Cleveland were watching this.
Yeah.
That'd be pretty cool.
So if you guys really, were really, true Cleveland fans with LeBron and things like that. I mean, yes, the decision was, how he did it and how he handled it was, very, let's say, I guess some people took it as disrespect, but
Right.
stooping down to that level of burning his jersey,
Yeah, that was kind of messed
threatening
up.
his family, just things like that. I mean, he's a human being as well.
Right.
And so we don't know the reasons of why he did that. Maybe he had specific reasons that he did that for.
I can see that.
So I mean, all we can really say is we're in the present now, and now this is where he's at.
Yeah, now they're on a 2 championship winning streak. You're loving that. My Pacers took it to Game 7. They played their freaking heart out. I mean, it was a good series. I think it was actually better than the Spurs series that they had. I think it was more physical.
Yes, I agree with that.
I mean, we all know the Pacers are this defense-heavy team with Roy Hibbert, David West. Paul George is getting to that defensive standard as well. But I think, I've told you this. I think if Danny Granger was there, it's a different story. I think they have another scorer. It's not all on Paul George. I think if you have Danny Granger there, you have someone else that can pop that three. He's a bigger guy too. Danny Granger's big. He can go down in the paint too.
Mm.
So I think you have that scoring option with Danny Granger. Granger's not back yet. Granger's looking at the same timetable as Kobe, basically a little bit later than Kobe. I think that's what they said he's practicing. So he's coming back slowly. Pacers best record in the league, 10-1.
10-1.
10-1. They pulled off a really good game last night against the Knicks, overtime win. Melo went off as usual, like 33 points, 17 rebounds. Amazing game for Melo. Paul George had another good night. He's shown a little wear. Got injured last night, but played through it. Typical All-Star type stuff. Playing through your injury. Looking forward to this season.
Yes, I do.
We got the Pacer Heat matchup coming up in a few weeks. A couple weeks before Christmas, I think is when it is, like December 10th, somewhere around there. Looking forward to that. Looking for that matchup, really, really big. And that's gonna be. I mean, I've always said that's gonna be your Eastern Conference championship if that's how the picture matches up.
Yep.
You're probably looking at 1 and 2 seeds there, more than likely. I mean, Nets haven't been looking that good, but chemistry's coming with that. They've been dealing with injuries as well. But yeah, been an interesting season so far.
How do you feel about the Rockets?
Rockets is interesting. I mean, I'm a Dwight Howard fan.
Yeah.
So I mean, I'm keeping an eye on that situation. With James Harden, he's got another scoring option around him, which he didn't have. I mean, obviously he had Kobe, but he didn't work well with Kobe. Kobe's well known to be a selfish player. He wants the ball.
Yeah.
But that's understandable. In his position, that's understandable. He's in a better situation now because he has a coach that the offense center it goes around the center position. So I think Dwight's in a better spot now to be more productive.
Yeah.
So and James Harden's a good player, really good player, almost in the elite stats, I do believe.
I want to hear from them, and also want to hear from you. Just wondering, do you think they should take away how, at the very 5 minutes of the end of the game, all they do is hack Dwight,
hack Howard, and all that?
So do you think they should remove that because it disrupts the flow of the game?
Yeah, I can see that.
And also, people pay to watch the game, not watch 5 minutes of the end of the game of just following. Because recently I did watch the Dallas and Mavericks game, and they were leading. The Rockets were leading double digits, and the Rockets they lost the lead at the very last few minutes, and Dallas came up with a win. But
by using Hackett Howard?
Pretty much, and also, the games previous before that, that's all they were doing, and all you could hear was just the whistle. All they were doing was fouling. So I want to know do you think they should remove that? Do you think they should change it up a little bit? And also, do you think having that, I forgot what they call it, but where, say Ray Allen hits a three, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then when the ball goes through the net and he touches it, it's like disruption of the game or disruption of the flow.
Like goaltending almost.
Or something like that. Like if you touch it and
interfere, I think is what they call it.
Yeah.
Right.
Because they're adding new rules. They're
adding more rules. The flopping rule came out last year. Your first question was, how do I feel about the Hack Howard? This dates back all the way back to Shaq.
Yeah.
The Hack of Shaq.
But now it's just ridiculous.
It's ridiculous. It really is. I think... it's a strategy.
Mm-hmm.
In basketball, just like almost every sport, it's a strategy game.
Yeah.
So, everyone knows Howard is a predominantly bad free throw shooter. He's
Now
working.
he's practicing.
He's working on it.
Yeah.
Yes, he's working on it, but he's still, he's no Ray Allen.
Yeah.
So I don't like it because, like you said, it does interfere with the flow of the game, and we're there to watch a game. So I think you can limit it.
Yeah.
I understand.
The amount of times
I understand if you're down like 10 points, 10, right there with like single digits. I understand that. But when you're down 20, 20 points, you don't need to be doing that. Like, come on, guys, really? You don't need to be doing that. What was your other question?
The disruption of the flow of the game where the ball goes to the net and the person that has made the shot can't touch it. So basically, they just you touch the ball or you give the ball to the opposite team so they can take it out. Do you think they should?
I haven't seen this happen
yet. Yeah. It's kind of hard to see it if you don't watch as many as games, but if you do, you're gonna see it where say Dwight Howard dunks the ball. And then, most of the time they'll either tap the ball.
Yeah, tap it back to the other team so they can inbound it.
Yeah, it's basically called disruption flow of the game.
I didn't know this rule came out. That's interesting.
Yeah.
That's different.
And because for me, if I play basketball, say if I'm at the gym, if I play basketball, if I shoot a ball, I'm tempted, I feel like I'm tempted to...
you want to be a good sport.
Yeah.
Tap it back to him, kind of advance the game along.
Yeah.
That's interesting. I didn't hear about this rule. I would have to see an example, I guess, of it before I give really a big opinion about it. That's kind of a little jacked up, I guess. A little bit. Obviously, I'm one of the people that sit there and I want good sportsmanship.
Yeah.
I want good sportsmanship in sports, and I think that kind of you want to give the ball, because you want to get the game going. You want to keep it going.
I understand if you hit it really.
Yeah. If you sit there and you're basically throwing it 3 rows into the stands, I understand that, but I don't see how you're disrupting the flow of the game. If you're just tapping it to them.
Yeah.
So I think that's something the league needs to look at. Right along there with the flopping rule. There's instances. I'm not going to name people, but there's instances where flopping does occur and they don't call it, or if it does happen, maybe it is a legitimate foul.
Mm-hmm.
So. I don't know. The league needs to look at it. That's right there with the NFL. NFL's got a lot of questionable rules right now.
Yeah.
I think they're trying to be too safe.
Yeah. But I remember back then.
It was physical.
Yeah.
People weren't playing 15, 20 years in the NBA, where the NFL they're playing 10 if they're lucky, 10. Maybe 15. That wasn't heard of about 20 years ago in these leagues. Mm-hmm. So I don't know. I think the league definitely needs to step back and look back at what they're doing. But as of right now, I'm happy with the NBA.
Yeah.
I'm happy with the NFL. You happy with the NFL?
Yeah.
Yeah. Big college football person too. I think college football's getting almost to. They're getting a few rules in there I don't like. There's rules, I'm big Indian sport. They hit the Shazer effort with one this year. It's called targeting, and it's basically if you hit any part of your head against their head, you can get hit with this rule, and then you can get ejected from the game because of it. I don't like it. I don't, not at all. Because then they can review it, and then they can see that he didn't do it. But then they still get a penalty because of it.
Yeah.
So I don't like it. Maybe they need to go back and look at that. Definitely, everyone's trying to implement these rules, and they really shouldn't have been messing with the game to begin with.
Yeah.
But it is what it is. No. We're not in any control of that. It's just our opinion over it. But that about wraps it up.
Yeah, this wraps it up.
But once again, I'm Justin Dalton. This is
Nathan.
We're not gonna throw out our personal Twitter handles.
Okay.
But you can follow me on Instagram, jheisman6.
And Dario23. And if you guys don't know how to spell it, I'll have it on the.
Everything will be in the description. We're gonna throw some people out there.
Yeah.
Some of the people who we like, rappers, sports teams, follow our sports teams. Like that.
Yep.
Follow Pacers Nation. You got Heat Nation on
there.
We're going to throw some links in there, some Twitter links. We're not sure how often we're going to do these type of videos.
Mm-hmm.
I live an hour and a half away, so we're definitely going to do personal videos uploading to this.
Yeah, so sometimes you'll see him, sometimes you'll see me.
Yeah, and then when I'm back for holiday, we'll do some videos together. Yeah. My house, his house. We'll see how this goes. I want to see. Obviously, our families are going to be on here, so try and keep it a little clean.
Yeah.
To say the least, keep it clean on here. We want to know questions, concerns. We want to see that kind of stuff on here. We want to grow this.
Yeah.
We want to have fun with this.
So basically, comment like what we did wrong. Just look
What do you want to
into-
see?
Yeah.
What do you want to see next? Did you like the topics?
Yeah.
Number one. And what other topics would you like us to touch on?
Mhm.
I mean, I thought we did pretty. I thought we touched on some pretty, brief topics. Number one. So, yeah, just let us know what you guys think. Anything else?
No, all I can say is just thank you for watching. Our first video, and
Yeah.
just comment, like,
Give us a name.
yeah.
I mean, we're
We don't
sitting
have a
here-
name.
We really don't have a name, but if you guys could think of something, I thought about Vlogcast,
Yeah.
like VLOG cast,
Mhm.
kind of give it a podcast feel, but it's also a video. I thought about that. I need to look into, make sure no one else is using. I don't want to copyright infringement on anybody.
You can throw out names though.
Yeah, random names. We thought
We'll
about
pick
anything. Yeah, anything at all. Whatever you guys think is cool or not cool. I mean, we can throw some awkward names in there. That'd be pretty cool. I mean, you never know. It's the awkward stuff and the the weird stuff that gets known.
Yeah.
So
That's true.
definitely. So this has been episode 1.
Pretty much.
You feel good about that one?
Yep.
I feel good.
All right. Thank you for watching.
Deuces.